Do y'all remember the Alamo? I do. 14-13, Oklahoma up over Arizona in the Valero Alamo Bowl. And man, this one is shaping up to be really, really good. And it didn't look that way in the first quarter. Arizona came out on fire, moving up and down the field offensively. But bogging down and having to settle for field goals. They did score one touchdown, but then two field goals. So, I mean, they just absolutely dominated the first quarter. But then you look up and it's only 13-0. Oklahoma gets a drive together, scores. All of a sudden, it's a one-score game. Crazy sequence of events, too. Oklahoma goes down and scores, right? They kick off. Arizona turns the ball over. Oklahoma gets the ball basically in the red zone. And then they turn it over on the very next play. But Oklahoma's defense holds, forces a punt, and Oklahoma gets the ball back, goes down, scores another touchdown, and that's where we're at. Oklahoma 14, Arizona 13 at halftime of the Alamo Bowl, and this is going to be a good one. Jackson Arnold getting his first start at quarterback for Oklahoma, very highly recruited quarterback out of high school 2 cycles ago. Dylan Gabriel, of course, has transferred away from Oklahoma, so Jackson Arnold getting the start, and shaky start for him in the first quarter. Didn't start well. He started out basically like 0 for 5 with an interception. Has turned it around a little bit in the second quarter, and like I said, it looks like this is going to be a great game in the second half. I'm live streaming it, but it's on Patreon, so I figured I'd make a halftime video to kind of give you my thoughts. But Jackson Arnold, 12 of 19, 130 yards, 1 touchdown, not 1 but 2 costly interceptions for the Jackson Arnold getting his first start. Oklahoma on the ground, though, 137 yards on the ground. Gavin Sawchuk, 8 carries, 92 yards. Jackson Arnold's got 37 yards on the ground. And that quarterback for Arizona, I've only watched about 2 Arizona games this year. I forgot how exciting this quarterback is for Arizona. First of all, he's a little bitty guy. They list him at 5'11". I'm not buying that. He's about 5'8", 5'9". He looks like a miniature version of Tua. And Tua ain't that big to begin with. But he's played okay, 15 of 26, 226 yards, a touchdown, and that 1 interception like I mentioned. The difference in this game so far really is Arizona cannot run the ball at all, and Oklahoma can. So it's been turnovers and Arizona's inability to run the ball, really. That's been kind of the story of this game in the first half. But like I said, it looked like this thing was going to be a runaway blowout. It looked like Arizona was about to absolutely boat race Oklahoma. They jumped out to that 13-0 lead. Oklahoma defense was, out of position. There was Arizona, the Oklahoma defense story. There's players running wide open in the secondary. But they've clamped down in the second half. They're getting a lot of pressure on this Arizona quarterback. They've sacked him several times. And it looks like this is going to be a really, really good game in the second half. We'll see. I've been absolutely horrendous picking these bowl games this year. I finally got one right earlier. I did pick Kansas State, and they came through for me, beating NC State. But I picked Oklahoma in this one. We'll see if they can hang on and get the win. But how are y'all doing picking these bowl games? I'm absolutely horrendous. I'm not going to come on here and lie to you. I've been terrible picking these bowl games, but we'll see. Maybe I've turned a corner here. I got Kansas State right earlier. Maybe Oklahoma can hang on, give me another win for the day, and turn the corner heading into tomorrow's games. Speaking of tomorrow's games, I'll be live streaming on YouTube at noon for Clemson and Kentucky. So I'm leaning Clemson in that one. What do y'all think about that one, Clemson, Kentucky? So if you're going to be watching the bowl games tomorrow, come on over to the channel, hang out. I'll be live on YouTube starting at noon for Clemson and Kentucky. What games do we have tomorrow? That's a great question. I'm glad you asked. I'm real glad you asked, actually. Clemson and Kentucky, noon, the Gator Bowl. Oregon State, Notre Dame, 2 o'clock. The Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl, that's right. And then Missouri, Ohio State in primetime, 8 o'clock. The Cotton Bowl, the first of our New Year's 6 games. Missouri and Ohio State, 8 o'clock, the Cotton Bowl. That will be on Patreon, the Missouri-Ohio State game, but the other games tomorrow will be right here on YouTube. Anyway, who do y'all got in this one in the second half? Is Oklahoma going to hang on to win? Will Arizona come back? What do you think? Great story for Arizona this year, 9-3. But Oklahoma, too, 10-2. I mean, this is a good game here. Oklahoma 14, Arizona 13. Your score at halftime. Let me know.